Masayang Midsayap! Welcome to our first ever National Heritage Month special show called Kaalam. Brought to you by Midsayap Tourism Division, kung saan natin matutuklasan ang iba't ibang pamana ng ating kasaysayan. Alam niyo ba sa Midsayap natatagpuan ang pinakaunang Notre Dame School sa Asia? Halina't at alamin natin. Ang Notre Dame of Midsayap College o NDMC ay tinatag noong buwan ng Hulyo sa taong 1941.
The story of Notre Dame Midsayap College can be traced back in 1939 when the missionary Oblates of Mary Immaculate came in Mindanao. The idea of putting up a school came to mind when Father Gerald Monju, OMI, and his Oblate brothers were bombarded with a predicament on how to reach out to people to spread God's words. They therefore decided to open the first high school in Midsayap because the system of highways at that time made Midsayap the crossroads of the Philippines. Father Joseph Boyd suggested the name Notre Dame in honor of Mama Mary and as an evocation of her protective care and intercession as the Mother of God, with Father Edward Gordon OMI as the first director and the Mother Maria Isabel Purificacion RDM as the first principal. The Notre Dame Academy in Midsayap, with the first year and 2-year sections, opened its doors in July 1941. Father Eugene Juduan, OMI, Mrs. Rosario Medina, and Mrs. Milagros Tanson completed the teaching staff of a 4-room building made only of wood, kawali, and bamboo.
Sa loob na 80 taon, hindi matatawaran ang naging kontribusyon ng paaralan sa pagtataguyod ng edukasyon sa bayan ng Midsayap.
This is the Father William MacGrath OMI building. Father MacGrath was the director in 1955 to 1958. Originally, this building contains the college classrooms, the science laboratories, and the typing room. Now, this building houses the offices of the guidance counselor, the registrar, director of student services, the student government, MIS, and the security office. This is the Bulwagang Genoveva de la Saranilla, named after Ma'am J on July 28, 2000 for her invaluable and lasting contribution in the field of culture and arts from 1952 to 1998. Ma'am J's musical productions and theater arts for evangelization brought fame to NDMC and the Oblate Philippine Province. This gym has a tournament-sized basketball court for big events. The court is also marked for volleyball and badminton. This also serves as a venue for educational classes, institutional masses, cultural presentation, convocation, and socialization activities. This is the Father Charles Pras OMI building. Father Pras was the school rector from 1960 to 1962, the period where Notre Dame of Midsayap started offering a complete educational programs, the elementary, high school, and college. Father Edward Gordon OMI building. Father Gordon was the director when the Notre Dame Academy was founded in 1941. This is a 3-story concrete building which houses the classrooms of the junior high school, the high school library, the computer laboratory, science laboratory, and the guidance office.
On June 13, 1960, the college department opened its 2 initial programs, the Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education. It further grew by opening its elementary training department on June 11, 1961. And 5 years later, it remained true to its mission of bringing a good news to the poor by offering night classes for high school students. As a Catholic institution, NDMC remains a co-steward of the Church in educating the youth by instilling to the students the values of true Notre Damean. NDMC also actively participates in the observance of religious practices, particularly in the Santo Niño Shrine of Midsayap. NDMC also remains responsive to the needs of the community through its outreach programs, guidance services, quick response to victims of calamities, and the other involvement which is strengthened by its linkages to the local government unit and other organizations. With this great milestone, NDMC is committed that it will continuously deliver relevant and transformative education to better serve the people of Midsayap.
Notre Dame of Midsayap College is the life of Midsayap community in terms of culture and arts. Indeed, this humble claim is supported by a number of proofs and evidences. The various stage shows, musical presentations, plays and dramas, glee club or choir, folklorico dance company known today as Teatro Sinagdayag, NDMC band and Dimasinod band, participation in Halad Festival are part and parcel of NDMC's effort to educate her students using culture and arts as instrument or means to provide holistic formation, honing the talents and skills of the young so they would become academically competent, culturally rich and sensitive, as well as service-oriented. Thus, NDMC produces graduates who can find their meaningful needs in society, here and abroad, while bringing the spirit of Notre Dame to Asia and the rest of the world. In 2019 to 2020, the NCCA tapped NDMC to conduct a research in the search for 501 people who made the Philippines, in which Dr. Librado Lopez, our professor at NDMC, was the head researcher.
Dahil sa programang ito, nagbigay ito ng pagkakataon para sa maraming Midsayapeño upang magtagumpay sa iba't ibang larangan.
I am Rosario D. Cambronero. I am a Notre Damean since kindergarten up to college. I graduated at NDMC in 1988 with the degree of BSc Accounting, magna cum laude. After I passed the CPA licensure examination, I was employed at Land Bank of the Philippines for 15 years. I am now a full-time minister of IGM Philippines. The vision of Notre Dame, that is to bring the best of the Notre Dame spirit to Asia and the rest of the world. I really place this in my heart, and I could proudly say I captured this vision.
Tunay na ang yaman ng Midsayap ay ang mismo nitong mamamayan at ang maagang pag-usbong ng iba't ibang paaralan sa ating bayan ay nagdulot ng progresibo at buhay na pamayanan sa loob ng mahigit 85 taon. Isa na namang siksik bahagi ng Kaalam ang inyong natunghayan. Kami po ay umaasa na marami kayong natutunan at natuklasan patungkol sa mga pamana ng ating bayan. Sa muli, ako po si Mary Josephine Paaske, ang Binibining Midsayap Tourism. Sasamahan niyo po ako ulit sa susunod na Midsayap National Heritage Month Special Show Kaalam. Tandaan, iba ang may alam.